and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today we have a 2,000 point battle report for you. I'm going to be playing with the Kruleboyz, and I'm going to be versing my brother who's going to be playing with Cities of Sigmar, playing Hallowheart. It's going to be a 2,000 point game as mentioned, and we're going to be playing the scenario Marking Territory. This is a scenario where there are 4 objectives on the table and you have to control all of them at turn 3 onwards to get a major victory in the game. Any other result comes down to battle tactics and grand strategies to break up for a minor victory or potentially a draw at the end if you are entirely tied. Controlling 3 against 1 objective does not matter, it has to be all 4 or nothing. So without further ado, let's get cracking on and check out those armies. Alrighty, and here we have 2,000 points of Kruleboyz. For starters, we've got our general, which is going to be the Gnash Tooth. We're going to keep a little token on him so you can recognize which one is which. He's going to be our general, and he's going to have the command trait Superior Leadership and the artifact Talisman of Endurance, along with the mount trait Smellion, which makes him -1 to hit whenever he charges. He's going to be in a battle regiment alongside our 5 units and our 2 killer bosses on foot, and the rest of our heroes will be in a command entourage, giving us an extra artifact, which will be Vial of Manticore Venom on our other Gnash Tooth killer boss. We've then got the Shaman. He's going to have the spell Choking Mist, and then sub-faction wise, we're going to be playing in Big Yellerz. This first of all makes our Battleplan battle line, but also adds 3 inches to the range of all our ranged weapons, and in turn 1 we can reroll 1s to hit. In addition, we're going to pick the Dirty Trick, Noisy Racket. This is going to make our opponent -1 to wound in the first battle rounds. Our grand strategy for the army is we're going to pick the one where we have to have more units on the table than our opponent at the end of the game, dominating presence, and then Triumph is going to be non-existent for this army. And so here we have our Cities of Sigmar army. We're going to be playing in the Hallowheart sub-faction. So for starters, we're going to have our general is going to be the Free Guild General on Griffin. He's going to have the command trait, which is Veteran of the Blazing Crusade. This is going to mean he's going to have a bubble around him that gives immune to battle shock. He's then also going to have the Wizarding Hat as his artifact, and he's going to have the spells Flaming Weapons, and he's also going to have Ignite Weapons as well. We then got a command entourage in the army comprising of the Hurricanum and our 2 smaller heroes, the Sorceress and the Battle Mage, who is a Realm of Light Battle Mage. The second artifact we're going to have is going to go on the Hurricanum. It's going to be the Prism of Aglarixi, which gives him -1 to hit with shooting attacks. He's then also going to have his spells. He's going to have the Warding Brand spell, and he's also going to have the spell that increases the range of the Ignore spell effects. We then got our Battle Mage with Realm of Light chosen. He's going to have 2 spells, so he's going to have Elemental Cyclone and Warding Brand. And then our Sorceress is going to have Roaming Wildfire, and she's also going to have Ignite Weapons as well. For our units, the rest of the army is going to be inside a battle regiment alongside our Free Guild General on Griffin. So 2 units of 3 Demigrif Knights, unit of 30 Handgunners, 20 Phoenix Guard, and 10 Dread Spears. We then got the Umbral Spell Portals for our army, and our grand strategy will be Prize Sorcery, meaning we have to keep one of the wizards alive. Before the game begins, we'd like to give a shout out to, first of all, Mithras Games, who provides us with our battle mats for our battle reports. You can find a link in the description of the video to their website, and also give a shout out to Terrainheim, who provided us with this fantastic battle tracker. It has everything for victory points, command points, faction points for your summoning and all that. It's got all your battle tactics here, things like Finest Hour and Heroic Leadership markings. What's great is this is all magnetic, so it all can get compacted nicely together as well. And then you flip this one over, put it back, and it folds up and keeps all nice and safe so nothing falls out. Righty, so armies are all deployed. On this side of the table, we've got our 20 Hobgrots with some Gut Rippers behind them, the Bolt and the Shaman. We've got the Belcher Banner, one of our killer bosses, and the other unit of Gut Rippers in the center here. We then got both of our killer bosses on Gnash Tooths here, and along with the killer boss on foot, and 20 Hobgrots in front of them. Across the other side of the table, we've got the Celestial Hurricanum, the Sorceress, Battle Mage, Dread Spears, and Phoenix Guard on this flank, with the Handgunners taking up position on the Ruin in the middle. And then we've got the Griffin and the 2 units of 3 Demigrif Knights on the other flank. Cities of Sigmar finished deploying first, so they're going to get to pick who has the first turn, and they've chosen to go first. Battle tactic wise for the Cities of Sigmar, they've gone and chosen Ferocious Advance. So they're going to pick the 2 wizards and the dread spears there as the units that have to run and end within 3 inches of each other to get a battle tactic for the turn. Other than that, it's time to go into our command phase properly, and so we're going to start with magic. Right, so first of all, battle tactic for the turn, as mentioned, Ferocious Advance. So now we're going to go into heroic abilities. He's going to try and generate a command point on the Hurricane on a 4+. He does. I'll try and generate a command point on my general over here as well. So a 4+. I do not, but you do get it. And then straight away, going to spend that command point for D6 damage on the Hurricane for 5. So he takes 5 wounds, but he gives +5 to cast all wizards around him. So first spell from the Hurricane, we're going to go with Seer Wounds, so 2d6. 11 +7, because he's getting +7 to cast, so 18 goes off. He heals d6 wounds to himself for 5, so he's back to full health. And then we're going to jump over. The Sorceress is going to cast her first spell, so 2d6, she's going to try and cast the Umbral Spell Portal. Goes off, so we'll set up the Spell Portal. So Spell Portal is all placed. We're now going to try Roaming Wildfire for her second spell, so 2d6. That's an 8 plus a 7, so 15. Targeting the Hobgrots, so we need 20 dice. And so targeting them, all the Hobgrots are in range, so every 4-up is a mortal wound to the Hobgrots. That looks painful. So 8 Hobgrots just die from the Elemental Cyclone. Hurricane is going to do its second spell, and so the second spell, it's going to cast Mystic Shield. That goes off as well, so Mystic Shield onto those Phoenix Guard. The Battle Mage behind here, he's going to cast Fast Protection on the Phoenix Guard as well. That goes off as well, so the Phoenix Guard are also -1 to hit. And for his second spell, he's going to cast himself an Arcane Bolt, because why not? That goes off, so he's got Arcane Bolt standing next to him. And then over here to the Frigate General on Griffin, because he's a wizard. First one, he's going to cast Flaming Weapons on his Talons. That goes off, doesn't even matter what that other dice is. All 7, so I might be in range with the Shaman, so we'll have a check here. In range with the Mercantile Shaman, so we need an 8 on dice to dispel. No, 6, so Flaming Weapons, he's got +1 damage on his Talons. He's then going to cast for his second spell, he's going to cast Ignite Weapons to give him +1 a wound, which he does. 11, so he's got +1 wound and +1 damage on his claws. With that said, that's the end of the hero phase, finally. So let's go into movement and we'll come back after all of that's done. Alrighty, so movement is all done for Hallowheart the Griffin and his Demigrif backup. Continue to move forward, the handgunners move up, everything staying in range of that nice little buff piece that is the Hurricane, Phoenix Guard, Dread Spears, and the Wizards all moving up behind there. So with that said, let's check whether anything is in shooting range. Alrighty, so shooting, the only thing in range is going to be that long rifle. So he's going to shoot with that into my general. So he needs a 3 to hit because he ignores Look Out Sir. Hits, 3 to wound. Wounds, -1, correct? Yep. So this is going to be a 4+. Saved. Alrighty, and with that, it is done and dusted for Hallowheart for the first turn. They complete their battle tactic because the 3 units over there ran. So they get a completed battle tactic and we go into Kruleboyz turn 1. Alrighty, so we're going to pick for our battle tactic for the turn, Ferocious Advance as well. We're going to pick the unit of Hobgrots, this Killer Boss, and the unit of Gut Rippers behind here, all to run and end within 3. Pretty good because the Hobgrots have run and shoot. So also, end of our last turn, we used a command point to make those Hobgrots over there immune to Battle Shock. So into heroic actions. First of all, we're going to try and generate a free command point from our general on a 4+. He does not again. So command point being generated by the free general on Griffin. He does not either. Start of my turn though on a 5+. Superior Leadership gets me a command point on a 5. Does not. So we are both down to 2 in this turn. Rest of my hero phase, we're not going to cast any magic because he's going to elect to brew poisons and put them, of course, on the Bolt Boys here. With that said, we're going to go into movement and we'll come back after all of it is done. So movement is all done. First of all, we've run the Hobgrots here. They've run up the field. We've got our 2 Gnashtooth Killer Bosses here and the other Killer Boss runs as well. Gut Rippers in the center have ran, as have our 3 units that were required to get our battle tactic, and then the Merc Knob has ran as well. Haven't moved the Bolt Boys because they're going to do some shooting, but we'll go into the shooting phase now. Alrighty, so start of the shooting phase, these Hobgrots here, they're going to shoot into your Phoenix Guard. And so we are needing 4s to hit. Not bad. And then 3s to wound on the Phoenix Guard. So we're going to need 5 saves from your Phoenix Guard. So 4 up armor save thanks to -1. And then 2 4-up ward saves. So 1 Phoenix Guard dies. Then we've got the other unit, Hobgrots. They're going to go into your Griffin. So they are needing 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. Oh, wow. So we are going to need 7 armor saves. At -1, so 7 4+ armor saves. Oh, wow. He takes 5 wounds from the Hobgrots. And then Bolt Boys are going to shoot. So, alrighty, so 2 of the Bolt Boys here are out of range, so, or at least of their hasty shot, so they're going to have to use the long shot. So we are going for aim shot, hits on 2s, but we really want 5s. Hits once, and then we've got our hasty shots on the other 4, so these are going to hit on 4s, but once again, wanting 5s. Wow, that is 8 mortal wounds. Plus his 5. I think that's just going to kill your Griffin outright. The Griffin, 8 and 5, that's 13. He is dead. And that is that for the Kruleboyz. We're going to go with some charges. So we're going to try and charge with our general here. So our general, he's going to need a big charge. He got 11. Oh, I think he's in. Alrighty, so he's electing to spend a command point and use Unleash Hell here with the handgunners going into my killer boss. So he's going to need 3s because he's +1 and then +2 thanks to their unit size. But he's also -1 obviously due to Unleash Hell. So on your +1, 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. And then, so, killer boss, normally a 3-up, so we're now on a 4-up save. Oh, that's a good roll. Taking 5, but we've still got our 5-up ward to take. And then our 5-up ward. Save another 1, so we take 4 wounds so far. And then he's got his rifle for a 3 to hit. And a 3 to wound. So 4-up save again. 2 damage for that. So 5-up wards. Take both. So I take 6 on general. We're then going to try and charge with our second Gnash Tooth here. 8. Oh, that's not going to make it. So you know what? We're bottom of the turn. So we're going to try and use a command point on that. Got the 12. What a good roll. And then we'll charge with the Hobgrots as well. So they got a 12-inch charge on the Hobgrots. No worries. Alrighty, so combat. We're going to go with my general first, so in case he dies. So he's hitting on 2s on the charge. Hits 3. And then wounds on 3s with his Spear Hacker. 2 at -1 on the Phoenix Guard, so these are 2 4-up saves. Save 1, then becomes damage 2, so 2 4-up wards. 1 more Phoenix Guard dies so far. And then we got hitting on 2s from the Gnash Tooth jaws. And wounding on 3s. So 3 armor saves on the Phoenix Guard, -1, so a 4-up. Thanks to Mystic Shield, saved them all. Your turn to fight back. Alrighty, so we're then going to go with the Dread Spears into the non-Warboss, the one that has an attack. So they're 3s to hit thanks to the Hurricane. Those 6s take them out because they become Rend 1. And then 4s to wound with these. So 3. And then 4s to wound with the 2 Rend 1s. 1 of them wounds, so there's 1 at Rend 1, so this is going to be a 4-up save. Saved, and then there's 3 at no rend, so these are going to be 3s. Save them all as well. So this killer boss then is also going to go into the Phoenix Guard. So he's going to hit on 2s on the charge. That's 2 mortal wounds. And then we're going to get wound on 2 thanks to Vial of Manticore Venom. So 2 armor saves at 4+. Nope, so 6 4+ ward saves needed. So 3 of your Phoenix Guard full. And we've got 4 attacks from the Gnash Tooth. Hitting on 2s on the charge, wow. And 3s to wound. 1 wound on them, so -1, so 4 up. Saved. Your turn to attack. Alrighty, so the Phoenix Guard, so 8 of them are going into the Gnash Tooth, the other 7 into the Hogrot. So into the Gnash Tooth, +1 to hit, so 2s. And then we're going to go with 3s. So we are using all our defense as well with our Gnash Tooth. So 3s to wound. We definitely need that all out defense. And so we're going to need a 3-up armor save on them. So 3 ups. Ooh, that's 1, 2, 3. So that's 5. So this means we've got 4 wins left, so we need to roll 2 5-ups here to stay alive. So 5-up wards, just. He's on a wound. Alrighty, and then the Phoenix Guard into the Hogrot, so they are needing 2s to hit.
Like 15.
So 2s to hit. And then 3s to kill. There's 8. So how many have you got there?
9.
9. So there's going to be 3 Hogrots left. Alrighty then, so we've got 3 Hogrots left. They're attacking the Phoenix Guard, so 4s to hit, 6s explode, so 1 explode, which means you get 5 hits. Well, 5 wound rolls, needing 5s. 3 saves on your Phoenix Guard, please. So 3 up saves. And a 4-up ward on that. Saved. Nothing. Battle Shock, I've got no command points. But you have 1 spare, so the Phoenix Guard are going to be immune. And so the Hogrots fail their Battle Shock, but because the Gnash Tooth is there and they've got a Kruleboyz keyword, they only lose 1 model because they're more scared of the Gnash Tooth killer boss. With that said, battle tactic is complete because I did my run, so we're going to go into priority for turn 2. So Kruleboyz for turn 2, we got a 5 cities. Got a 5. Cities just went. No, Kruleboyz just went. So cities get to break tires. I think they're going to take the turn, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, so battle tactic for the turn. He's picking Slay the Warlord. I've only got a wound left. However, going into heroic actions, I'm going to try and use heroic healing to make that as hard as possible for him. So 2d6, 10. That is over my bravery, so I heal nothing. Your heroic action. Trying to generate a command point with a Hurricane, so a 2-up now because your general is dead. And so you get it. So the Hurricane has heroic leadership, which you will use straight away to do d6 wounds to Hurricane 2. So you get +2 to cast with all your wizards nearby him. And then first spell, he's going to try and use Seer Wounds on the Hurricane. 4, 6, 7, 8. Or 6, 7, so it's a 7 to cast. Goes off. I'm going to check whether I'm in range to try and stop that. So yeah, the Shaman is in range, so we're going to try and stop. He needs an 8 to stop. Got a 10, so no healing this turn for you. Alright, so to start, the Battle Mage is going to use Arcane Bolt again. Goes off on a 5, 6, 7, so Arcane Bolt is back on the Battle Mage. Battle Mage will then use Fast Protection as well. Goes off, Phoenix Guard up, -1, 2 hit. And then we're going to use, from the Sorceress, she's going to use Word of Pain. That goes off, so it does D3 mortal wounds. But we're going to put this on the other Gnash Tooth because we're pretty confident we can kill the general. So D3 mortal wounds to the other one for 2. And he's at -1 to hit now. Sorceress is then going to cast Ignite Weapons as her second spell. She's going to cast that on the Phoenix Guard. So give them +1 to wound. She does, so the Phoenix Guard are now +1 to hit and wound. And then we've just got the Comet of Cassandora we can use from the Hurricanum. On a 5, 6, 7, 8, goes off just. So Commander Castlendor, he's going to target the Gut Ripper. So 2d6, try to roll as high as you can. That is above my movement, so d6 mortal wounds to the units. For 4. So I am on mystical though, so we're going to get 4 mystical saves. So 4 6-up wards. Save 1, so 1 Gut Ripper dies and another one takes a wound. And so he's going to use his Arcane Bolt at the end of the phase. He's within 12, he's not within 3, so it's just 1 mortal wound. So on a 5-up, I take 8 mortal wound because I've got a ward save of 5-up, so I'm dead. General dies, you get your battle tactic. And then it's time for movement now, and we'll come back after it's all done. So movement's all done. Demigrifs are coming up as long with the Free Guild Guard in the center of the table. Wizards just moved out of the way there, so we're going into the shooting phase. Alright, shooting phase. Storm and Shemtek is going to go onto the killer boss back here. So 3 dice, 2 ups. So 3d3 mortal wounds on him. So there's 6. So we're going to try and throw these one by one on the stab grot. So first of all, first one on a 6. Stab grot dies, and then we take 5 wounds. So I believe the killer boss has 6. So he's going to be on 1 wound left. Alrighty, so handgun is going to shoot. Back rank here is only in range of the killer boss, but the rest of them are going to shoot the Gut Rippers over there. So the ones in range of the killer boss, 7 of them, 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. So all hit. So these are going to be 5-up saves. Oh, no, he's dead. Alrighty, so then we're going to have 22 shots into the Gut Rippers there. So needing 3s to hit. And 3s to wound on the rest of them. So -1, so he's going to be 6-up saves, and then we've got 6-up wards after that from Mystical. So 6-up save, nothing. 6-up ward, saved 2s, that's 1, 2, 3, 4.5 dead Gut Rippers. And then the rifle, 3s to hit. No, misses. And that's it for your shooting, so we're going to go into the charge phase. Alrighty, so Halberd Demigrifs are going to charge first, needing at least a 3. They got a 10, so they're going to pile in there. Alrighty, so we're going to unleash hell with the Bolt Boys behind. It's -1, so we're going to be 5s to hit, but 5s do mortals thanks to our poisons. So 1, 2, just 2, so it just kills the Demigrif. Or actually, 4 mystical saves first. We might not actually kill anything, so 4 6-up saves. No, kills 1 Demigrif, so this guy here dies. And then the other unit of Demigrifs will charge as well. They're safe from an Unleash Hell, so the spears get in. Alrighty, so things going to pile in, and we're maintaining their closest model. So 8 of them are going to go into the killer boss on Gnashtooth. I'm going to use the command point to go all-out defense on them, dropping me down to 2, and he goes to a 2-up armor save. So you're going to need 2s to hit thanks to your Hurricaneum. Everything hits, and 2s to wound thanks to Ignite weapons as well. There's all your ones. So these are going to be a 3-up armor save now. So I take 3, putting me on 5. And then you've got 7 of them into the Hobgrots. And so into the Hobgrots, 2s to hit. Nothing missed, 2s to wound. Well, 2s to kill actually, because they've got no armor save on them, so lots of 1s. There's lots of 1s there, but not enough. The 2 Hobgrots die. Alrighty, so Hobgrots are going to attack. We've got 20 into the last 2 remaining models from the Halberds, so we are 4s to hit, 6s explode, and 5s to wound. So just 1 armor save on your Demigrif Knights. So 1 3+ armor save. Fine. And then this is into the spear ones. They are going to be needing 4s to hit, 6s explode. And then we are 5 to wound. So we're going to need 3 armor saves this time on the other unit of Demigrifs. So needing a 3 up. Failed 2, so 1 Demigrif takes 2 wounds. Alrighty, so 11 attacks from the Dread Spears then. 3s to hit. Cool. And 4s to wound with the ones that weren't Rend 1. So that is 4 armor saves, and then your Rend 1, 4+, does nothing. So 4 armor saves at my base armor save. So these are on a 2 up, thanks to all out defense. Take a wound. So taking 6. So we're going to go back with the Gnash Tooth, and we're going to put it into the Phoenix Guard. So Gnash Tooth into the Phoenix Guard. He is hitting on 3s. And wounding on 2s with his sticker due to the Venom of the Manticore. So 1, -1. So no Misty Shield this time, so a 5 up armor. Saved. And these are going to be on from the Gnash Tooth itself. 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. 1 at -2, so a 6 up armor save. And then 2 damage, so 2 4-up wards. 2 die from the Gnash Tooth. Alrighty, so first of all, the halberd-wielding Demigrifs. You've got 7 attacks between the riders. So these are going to be 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. And so they are just going to kill 2 of the Hobgrots straight up. Then you got your 3 Spear Riders, so they're going to have 10 attacks between them. Just doing all the Demigrifs at the same time, because it's all that's left to fight. So 10 attacks, 3s to hit. And 4s to wound. That's another 6 dead Hobgrots. So now the Demigrifs, 3s to hit with the actual Demigrifs. And 3s to wound, 6s do immortal. 1 mortal, and then we've got this one. They all die anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more die. So, end of the turn, Battle Shock. I'm going to let the Hobgrots flee, but I'm going to spend a point to make these Gut Rippers stay in the fight. Didn't lose enough Phoenix Guard, didn't lose enough Demigrif Knights there to care about Battle Shock. He completes his battle tactic, which was Slay the Warlord, so we're going to go into Kruleboyz turn 2. Alrighty, so start of the turn, we're going to pick Broken Ranks, picking the unit of 2 Demigrif Knights here as our target, and then we're going to go into heroic abilities. We're going to go heroic healing on our Gnash Tooth over there to try and keep him in the fight a little longer. He rolls under, so he heals D3 for 1. Alrighty, so into the hero phase proper then, we're going to use our poisons once again on the Bolt Boys, as you do. And that will be it for our hero phase proper, because this wizard will never actually cast magic. So let's go, and we'll start with some movement. Alrighty, so shooting phase time. Bolt Boys, we're going to shoot the 2 Demigrifs we picked as the unit we're trying to kill for Broken Ranks. So we are hitting on 4s, but 5s do mortals. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 mortals only from the Bolt Boys. But we get a few hits in there as well. And so we're going to go with 3s to wound. So it's 5 wounds, -1. So there's going to be 4 up saves on your last remaining Demigrif.
5 dice?
Yep. And so he needs to save lots of these. 2, so that's going to be enough to kill the unit off. We're going to charge our Merknob in here first. And so he needs, an 8, so that might get him in. So the Merknob makes it in just. So you are going to unleash hell against him, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. So he might die. Alrighty, so unleash hell from the handgunners. So we're going to be needing 3s, because they are, 4s now. So you're only at +1, so which means you ignore the -1. And wounding on 3s. So 5 to make. And so 5 up armor. Saves 3, so he only takes 2. And then we're going to charge with the Gut Rippers. So that's an 8 as well. So the Gut Rippers get in like that, and then we're going to charge with the other unit of Gut Rippers over here. They've got an 8 as well, so 8 is the number. Right, so we're going to start the combat phase off with these Gut Rippers into the Demigrifs. So we are forced to hit, but we 6s do mortal wounds. That is 4 mortal wounds straight up. And then we are forced to wound. So that is just 1 wound. So 1 armor save on a 3 up. Saved, but then we do 4 mortals. So we're going to take those 2 and put it over there, and then just kills him. So Phoenix Guard are going to go into the killer boss on Gnashtooth. We're going to use all our defense. So hitting on 2s though, thanks to the Hurricaneum. And 2s 2 wounds, thanks to your Ignite weapons. There's going to be a lot of saves required by my Gnashtooth here. And so we're going to need -1, so we're going to need 3s on these to wound, to save. So 3s, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm alive. Only take 4. He's alive. Well, he's living life on the edge, so he's going to attack into those Dread Spears. So first of all, here's Boss Sticker, needing 3s to hit. And 2s to wound thanks to the Vial of Manticore Venom. So he's 2 at -1. Pass 1, fail 1, so 2 dice so far. And then the Gnashtooth hitting on 3s. Why could that not be on the rider? And then 3s. 3 at -2, so these are 6 up saves. So another 4 dice, so there's 6 dead in total. Yep, and so all your attacks into the Gut Rippers, so needing 4s to hit. You do get +1 to hit, thanks to the Hurricaneum. Need that roll again though, 5s to wound. That's not bad. 5, certainly take that. These are 5 up saves on the Gut Rippers then. Saved only 1, so it's going to kill 2. And then, so we're going to go the Gut Rippers back into those Free-Guild Handgunners rather. So 4s to hit, 6s do mortal, so that's 2 just die straight away. 1 other hit, and doesn't wound, so just 2 die from the Gut Rippers. Alright, so the Demigrif Knights now, so 7 attacks into the Gut Rippers, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. 5, all at -1, no rend, sorry, when you don't charge. So they're just going to be 5 up saves now. Passed none, so you kill 2. And then 6 attacks from your Demigrifs. And so they're going to need 3s to hit. And 3s to wound, 6s to do mortals. So 1 mortal, and then 2 armor saves at -1. So these are going to be 6s. Save 1, so another 1 dies and the wound carries over. So the Merc Knob with Belcher Banner will go next. He's got 3 attacks hitting on 3s. So that is 2 mortals, and then wounding on 3s. 2 at -1, so 2 6 up. So that's going to kill 4. And then 5 attacks from the Dread Spears into the hero. Hitting on 4s, so 3 hits. Wounding on 3s, but still same. And wounding on 4s, 3. 3. 2 up saves. He survives. He lives. Alrighty, so Battle Shock. I've got no command points left for the Kruleboyz, so Gut Rippers here lost 2, so a 3 or less they're fine. 6, they lose 3, and all the Gut Rippers here run. That's not good. And then we've got the Gut Rippers over there. We lost 3, so a 1 or 2 I'm fine. 5, that's another 3 Gut Rippers running. Oh dear, this is falling apart for the Kruleboyz here. Your turn for Battle Shock though. So Handgunners, he's going to spend his last command point to make a stay. And so your Dread Spears roll a dice. They're losing D6 models, regardless what you roll. 4 So they all just flee as well. And Demigrifs need a test. So on a 6, 1 flees. 1, they're fine. So that is that for Battle Shock. That was pretty bad, especially for the Kruleboyz. I lost a lot of models. I lost like 7 models. So, with that said, it's time for priority for turn 3. So let's go. Kruleboyz got a 5. Cities got a 3. Kruleboyz are gonna take the turn. Alright, so battle tactic for the turn, we've chosen Conquer. We're going to try and take that objective off the cities of Sigmar. And then we're going to go into our heroic actions. We're going to do heroic healing on the killer boss over here. 9, I'm pretty sure that's going to be above. That is above his bravery, so he doesn't heal. And then your heroic action for the turn. Hurricane is going to generate a command point on a 2+, because your general is dead. So he gets heroic leadership for the turn. Rest of the hero phase, pretty simple. Shaman here, he's doing the thing on the Bolt Boys. So with that said, we're going to go into movement and we'll come back after all of it's done. Alrighty, so movement is done. Killer Boss gets on the objective, having to use a command point to make that run roll a 6. Move the Bolt Boys and the Shaman up. So it's time for some shooting. Our Bolt Boys, with their poison weapons, they're going to go into the handgunners. So we are needing 4s to hit. 5s do mortals, so that's 1, 2, 3, so that's 4, so that's 8 mortal wounds to the handgunners straight away. And we get 2 hits on top of that. Needing 3s, so 2 more, ignore your armor, so that's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 dead handgunners. We're then going to go into charges, so we're going to start charging with the Shaman here. So 7, so he's going to get in and go there. And then we're going to charge with, as we destroy the battlefield, we're going to charge with the Bolt Boys as well. And 8, so that's going to get them in. Alrighty, so Killer Boss is going to go first. He's hitting on 4s. So 2 hits. And then wounding on 3s, 2 wounds, -1. So these are 2 5-up armor saves. Pass them both. The Gnash Tooth hitting on 4s, all hit, and wounding on 3s. So there's 3 -2, so these are 3 6-up armor saves. No, so 4 ward saves needed at a 4+. Saved them all. Nothing from the Gnash Tooth. Your turn to attack.
Oh, my Demigrifs.
Right, Demigrifs are going to attack the Bolt Boys. I'm going to elect to use a command point here and go all-out defense on the Bolt Boys.
I'll go all-out attack.
And you're going to use all-out attack as well on the Demigrifs. Cool. So drops you down to 2, and I am down to 0 for the turn. So 7 attacks with the Riders. You're needing 3s to hit. Sorry. And 4s to wound with your spears. 2 5-up armors. Saved. And then you've got 6 attacks with the Demigrifs. 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. 6s do mortal, so that's 1 mortal. And then 1 save. -1, so 6 up. Saved. Wow. So I take a wound on the Bolt Boys. So the Merc Knob carrying the Belcher banner, he's going to attack next. So he's got 3s to hit. 6s do mortal, that's 2 mortals. And then 3s to wound. 2 at -1, so these are 2 6-up saves. So 1, so 4 die from him. Alrighty, so 4s to hit with the handgunners. And then 5s to wound. 1 negative, no negatives on this, so 3 up. I will save it because I'm getting +1 from cover now because I didn't charge this turn. My turn to pick someone to fight.
Already killed.
Alright, Gut Rippers going into the Demigrifs, so we are forced to hit 6. Wow, that is 4 mortal wounds straight out the gate there. And then forced to wound. 1 armor save on your Demigrifs at a 3+. Failed, so 1 is left on a wound. Alrighty, into the killer boss. So 2s to hit. Wow. And 2s to wounds. You should kill me here. If you don't, something's wrong. Well, there's a lot of ones there though. Alright, so all 4 pluses. Yeah, we're dead. We're killed. So Boltboyz next. They're doing mortals on 5s in combat, so 2 attacks each. That is 1-2 mortals. That kills the last Demigrif. And so that is that. I get my conquer, and that's the battle tactic for the turn. Going to Cities of Sigmar, turn 3. Alrighty, so battle tactic for the turn. Cities are going to pick conquer. They're going to attack that objective over there. And then heroic actions. I'm going to try and generate a command. Actual. I'm going to do heroic healing on the Merc Knob. Banner Bearer. He does, so he heals D3 for 2, so he's back to full health. And your choice for a ability.
Heroic healing.
Going to do heroic healing on the Arcane. Go for it. And he's under, so heals D3. Heals 1, so he goes to 1 wound on him. And with that, time for magic. So the sorceress is going to try and unbind or dispel the endless spell. So 2 dice. No, she does not with a 3. So she can then try and do some other stuff. So now we're going to try do the mortal wounds with Hurricane him to himself. So D6 for 3. So he takes 3 wounds and he gets +3 to cast. First spell for him, he's going to try Seer Wounds. So 2d6 goes off. So heals D6 wounds for 2. So he goes back down to 2 wounds. Sorceress's second spell, she's going to cast Mystic Shield on the Hurricanum, which 2 + 3 just goes off. And then you're also going and then Fast Protection, he's going to cast that on the Hurricanum as well for 4, and that goes off as well. Hurricanum is going to try for its second spell. He's going to go with Comet of Cassandora. Goes off on an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can't stop it. So, roll 2d6 if you can roll above the Merc Knob's movement. That is, so it does d6 mortal wounds to him. 6 just kills the Merc Knob. And then you're going to try and go Arcane Bolt with your Battle Mage there. Goes off. And with that, that's the end of the hero phase. So go into movement and we'll come back after all of it's done. Right, so movement's all done. Hurricane and the handgunners can congregate back here in the backfield. Wizards moving up behind it, and the Phoenix Guard take the objective down that corner. So into shooting. First of all, we've got the Storm of Shemtek into the killer boss here. So 3 shots, 2 ups, do D3 mortal wounds on him. So 3d3 mortal wounds. There's 1, 2, so there's 5 mortals. So we're going to try and throw the Stabgrot in front of him. 6 up. No, so we take 5, so Stabgrot dies and he takes 4 wounds. Handgunners are going to shoot him. Alright, so handgunners shooting him, 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. And 2 at -1. So I've got a 3 up, so these go to a 4 up save. Failed both and die. That's it for the turn. So no charges, so priority for turn 4. Kruleboyz got a 3. Cities got a 5. Cities going to take the turn?
Yep.
Yep, Cities turn 4. Alright, so battle tactic for the Cities. He's chosen to go with Broken Ranks, killing the unit of Boltboyz that are battle line. So with that, first of all, into the heroic actions. I'm going to try and generate a command point with my Shaman here on a 2 up. Gets it, so he's got heroic leadership over here. So, and you're going to try and do heroic healing, 2 dice, trying to roll under that bravery. That is 7, that's equal. So remove a wound on your Hurricaneum down to 1. And then, first of all, Sorceress is going to try and get rid of that spell portal again. Fails to again. So she's then going to cast Mystic Shield on the Hurricaneum again. Goes off. The Hurricaneum is also going to use a command point to D6 mortal wounds to himself for 4. Battle Mage behind will use fast protection on your Hurricaneum. Goes off. And he also, why not, use Arcane Bolt on himself as well. So it's a 10. Goes off. Hurricaneum's first spell, he's going to try and cast Comet of Cassandora. So it's 6, 10, 11. I'm going to try because I need to stop one of these spells. So I need a 12 on dice. Definitely not. So 2 dice. Roll equal to or above the bravery. That is 5. So that is equal. So it just does D3 mortal wounds to the Bolt Boys. For 3, killing 2 of them. And then he's going to try Chain Lightning as well. Goes off. Alright, so D3 mortal wounds to the Bolt Boys to begin with. For 2, kills another Bolt Boy. And then you're going to need to roll a 4-up. D3 mortal wounds to the Shaman. Nope, and a 4-up on the Gut Rippers. D3 mortal wounds. Yep, so D3 mortal wounds to the Gut Rippers. For 2, kills one of them as well. That is it. So we're going to go into movement. And we'll come back after all of it is done. Alrighty, so movement is all done. Finn's got to run down the corner here. And he's moved all his shooters in range. So we're going to go into shooting. And we're going to target those Bolt Boys. So first of all, 2 shots only now with the Storm of Shemtech into those Bolt Boys. So 2 dice and 2 pluses. So 2d3 mortals on them. For 3, so that's 1. You've got 3 wounds to do with your handgunners. Alright, so he's going to target me with the handgunners. I'm going to use all our defense to try and keep him alive. So 3s to hit.
That's not good.
And 3s to wound. 3, that's all he needs. So I need a 6 here. I got 2. Whew. So now you've got your rifle. Your rifle can do it.
It's 1 attack, right?
1 attack, 3 to hit. 3 to wound. Fails to wound. We'll just double check. He might be able to charge me and get it. Alrighty, so he's then going to go with a charge with the handgunners. So, needs an 11. Using a command point to reroll. No. So he's not going to complete his battle tactic for the turn. So, going into Kruleboyz turn 4. I'm going to spend a command point to keep that Bolt Boy alive. Let's see what I can do with 6 models, and one of them is a pot grot. Alrighty, so I'm going to pick Monstrous Takeover, and we're going to aim for that objective up there as the objective 2 claim for the game. Going into my heroic abilities, I'm going to try and generate a command point with the Shaman. He does not on a 1, so nothing there. You're going to do the same command point, or are you going to do the healing on your engine?
Do healing.
Healing, so 2d6. Roll underneath, that's over your bravery. You're only 8, so nothing for you. Into my turn, I'm going to forego using poisons. I'm going to try and cast Metamorphosis. Goes off on an 11, so you need double 6s to stop me. No, so he counts as a monster for the turn. Until my next hero phase. And so let's go into movement and we'll come back after it's all done. Alright, so movement is all done. Everyone's moved up. Bolt Boy's going to shoot. We're going to go into the handgunners. So 2 dice, 6s do mortals. Of course, it's 2 5s this turn. 2s or 3s to wound with the Bolt Boys. It's 3s, so nothing wounds, no shots, do anything. So we're straight into charges. Alrighty, Swamp Collar Shaman's charging. He is going 7. That's going to see him in. Bolt Boy is going to charge. He got a 5. Ooh. We're gonna let him stay where he is. We're gonna charge the Gut Rippers then. They got a 5, and we're gonna re-roll them into a 3, so they're not getting in. So it's all up to the Shaman. Monster reactions. He's gonna use a stomp on the handgunners. Does so. D3 mortals on him for 3 handgunners get stomped by a giant Shaman. Alrighty, so 2 attacks from the Shaman. 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. 2 wounds at -1. So it ignores your armor, so it's 2d3 damage onto the handgunners here. For a 6, they're just dead.
Lucky roll.
4. And the Potgrot's attacks are wasted because we put them all in. So with that, your Hurricaneum is going to get to fight back. Alrighty, so the Hurricaneum is going to fight, first of all, the Mage's Staff, or Wizard Staff, whatever you want to call it.
Hitting on 3s.
3s to hit, and 3s to wound, I believe.
Yep.
Yep, -1, so this is a 6-up save. Saved it. Ooh.
And then my Arcane Tool.
Yep.
So 4 to hit. And then wounding on 5s.
Wounding on 5s, no worry. Oh, 1. So 5-up armor. Nope, so I take a wound.
Yep. And then my Steel Should Hooves.
Yep, so the horse is in the front attacking now.
So hitting on 3s.
And wounding on 4s.
Yeah.
Yep, wounding on 4s. So 2 5-ups. Saved them both. He only takes a wound. And so with that, I complete my battle tactic from Monstrous Takeover. I hold the objective. And we're going into turn 5. This is going to be crunch time. Kruleboyz. Got a 2. Cities. Got a 1. Kruleboyz are going to take it. And I think with this, I can actually win the game. Alrighty, so turn for the Kruleboyz. First of all, I'm going to pick Savage Spearhead having these 2 units, or at least 2 units anyway, in my opponent's territory at the end of the turn. And then we're going to go into Magic. We're going to go with... What are we going to do? We're going to cast Arcane Bolt with our Swampcaller Shaman here. Goes off on a 9. You can try and dispel that. You need 2 dice and you get a 10 to dispel me. Nope, so I've got Arcane Bolt this turn. So put a little token. And that'll be that for the hero phase. So we're going to go into movement now. Righty, so end of the movement phase. Here's what it all looks like. First of all, he's going to use his Arcane Bolt to put a wound on my Swampcaller Shaman. So that puts me down, puts me on 2 wounds. I'm going to use my Arcane Bolt against your Hurricaneum for D3 mortals. For 3 mortals on your Hurricaneum. He goes to 7 taken. And then we're going to go into shooting. The Bolt Boy there is going to shoot. So 2 shots, 6 to do mortals. No mortals, but 1 hit. No wounds again. He's lost all his ammunition somewhere. And so that's going to be it into charges. You know what? Actually, no, we are going to charge with that Bolt Boy. So he's going to charge. He got a 9. He's in there as well. So Bolt Boy's in. And then we're going to attack with the Shaman first. And then we're going to go with the Shaman first. So 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. Oh, he would have been 4s to hit. So 1 of them missed, sorry. And 3s to wound. 1 wound. So 1 4+ armor save. Saved. The Potgrot. 1. Both missed because he needs 5s because you are -1 thanks to Fire's protection. So he's putting all his attacks into the Shaman with the Hurricaneum. So first of all, your Wizard Staff.
Yeah, so 3s to hit. Yep.
Hits.
And then 3s to wound.
3s to wound.
Yep, and run 1.
Run 1. So I'm not going to armor save against that this turn.
So D3.
For 2. So he takes 2. He's got 2 left. And then you've got your...
Arcane Tool.
Yep, the Arcane Tools.
So 4 to hit. 3 hits. And then...
4s to wound. 5s to wound. 1. 5 up. Saved.
And then my Steel
Shod Hooves.
3's to hit. 2.
And 4's to wound.
Yeah, 4's to wound. 1.
Just 1. So don't save. So I go to 5. I've got 1 wound left. Bolt Boy is next. So he's got 2 attacks. 1 hit. 1 wound. So needing a 3-up armor save. Fine. We got 1, 2, and 3 with our Gut Rippers. So that's a mortal wound, so he takes 1. And then 4's, nothing else. So he just takes the mortal, and that's that. End of the turn, I complete my battle tactic. You have 1 job now. That is, you must wipe me off the table, and the Phoenix Guard have to get to here. So you are automatically... Can the Phoenix Guard get there? Because if they cannot, you cannot take the game. Oh, yep, so you get, yeah, just because you're going to get the extra inch. So the Phoenix Guard will get here. Then we're going to have a partner, so we will ignore them. So let's go straight into your magic phase to begin with. So heroic healing on your part. So that's equal to, so you heal a wound. I believe the Hurricane is bravery. Oh no, he is bravery 6, so you heal nothing. And then I'm going to try heroic healing as well on the Shaman. 11, definitely not. So going into magic. He's not going to risk using the D6 command ability, because if he does, he's going to kill himself if he rolls a 6, or actually even less, because you got 8, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you roll 3 up, you're dead. And so, first of all, he's going to try and use Comet of Cassandora. Goes off. So the Gut Rippers are the target. So roll 2d6, trying to roll higher than a 5. D6 mortal wounds to the Gut Rippers for 3. So 1.5. So 2 of them die because 1's on a wound. And then he's going to try Chain Lightning as well. So 2d6. That's a 12. I can't stop it. So D3 mortal wounds to the Gut Ripper. He's dead. D3 mortal wounds to the Bolt Boy. He's dead. Oh, sorry, on a 4+. So he hits, and now D3 mortal wounds to him. For 2, Bolt Boy's dead. On a 4+, the Shaman will die. Shaman takes D3 mortal wounds. Doesn't matter what you roll. He dies. And that means the Phoenix Guard in the movement phase use a command point to make a 6 to run. And they claim all 4 objectives. Cities of Sigmar win at the bottom of turn 5. What a game. That was good, man. Well, thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And while you're at it, if you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fine community here at Cinderful Gaming, you can do so by coming and joining our Discord, of which there is a link in the description of the video to go and join. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so either by Patreon, YouTube members, or by going and purchasing some merch on our Teespring store. You can find the links to all 3 in the description of the video, once again, to Patreon, YouTube members, and to our merch store on Teespring. But also, we'd like to give a special shout out to everyone who helps support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members. So, thank you to our patrons Christian Weir, James, Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lowell, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, Tim Newman, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, MJ, and Dynet226. And a special thank you as well to our YouTube members Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turai12, Vinny, Lock Lorick, Matt Mollin, Becca Kinski Groupie, The Johnny84, and El Mapache. Thank you as well, a special thanks especially to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel. An absolute legend of a person. And then thank you as well to the legend that is Xmorphic. He does so much amazing work in the background of our Discord server, making sure everything works and looks nice and pretty there for us all to enjoy. So that's enough said from me though. Thank you all for watching. Once again, stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.